Hi and welcome to the training kitchen down here in Donington, where we're going on our little culinary journey. And we're trying to give you some knowledge and information to help you start and develop your own journey. Today we're going to be looking at the butternut squash. Now what we're going to do with this, you can do with pumpkin, you can do it with any other form of squash. All of the basics are the same. So first things first, let's get this on the board and let's get it prepped. So straight down and onto the board, and what we're going to do, we're just going to take the very top piece off of our squash, just because we want that out of the way. And then simply and easily, we're not peeling it, you don't need to peel it. Easily and simply, we're just going to ring cut some of our squash to start off with. And these you can roast, you can boil, you can pan fry. And with the skin on, the skin as it cooks will go a darker colour because it caramelises and all of the sugars from inside cook through. The skin goes lovely and soft and you're fine. Absolutely beautiful. Holds together. If you're going to cook it, you might oven roast it, as we say. Bring it out onto a griddle pan, get some nice bar lines on it. But ring cut, nice and simple. How else can we do it? We could go slightly thicker. So where the first ones were probably the same 3/4 of my thumbnail, these are thumb width. And what we're going to do with that, we're just going to wedge that one up or chunk it up by cutting 3 ways through, 3 ways through. And then those, we're just going to scatter those onto a baking tray, drizzle with oil into the oven, and we've got some lovely roasted butternut squash. Or alternatively, what we can do with those, these chunks work really well in a curry. And I think one of the recipes that we move on to later has got butternut squash in a curry, and we'll be chunky cutting it just like this, mixing it through with all of the juices of that curry. It cooks down to a really nice, soft but flavoursome vegetable. What else can we do? Well, it's a beautiful squash, so we're going to use it. So we can do our French fries. So you go with butternut squash fries. Again, cut your ring. And then all we're going to do then is just slice through. Very easy, very simple, no rush, keep your fingers out of the way. Skin still on. French fry size. So point of the knife into the board, just rock down through it. French fry size. And then all you want to do is just dust it with a little bit of corn flour or flour, light dusting into the oven as it is. The flour will go nice and crispy and you've got a beautiful, beautiful butternut squash fry. So let's just chop these up so you can see what we did. So our rings, which are thin, we can keep as rings. Our wedges, which are thick, started as a ring and we've just chopped it down. And then our French fries started again as a ring, and we just cut through, making sure we keep our fingers out of the way, so we can either bridge cut, which means we put the knife on and our fingers come over the top, or you can put the point of the knife into the board, gently come down through to give you your French fries. Try whenever you use a knife to rock the blade. If you're rocking it, you're in control. If you're hearing this, you're not normally in control of the knife. So we just gently rock it through, keeping our fingers out of the way, making sure that we can get our little French fries. Now, I've still got some of my butternut squash left. And if I cut down through this way, you will see what's going to happen. I go through my butternut squash, or my pumpkin or other squash, I open it up and I've got a big void full of seeds in the middle. Now these seeds, you can clean them and plant them and grow your own plants, but how do you get them out? Really easy, it's with a spoon. And all that you do is just go in with the spoon and use the spoon, just guide the spoon around that cavity, in the side, scrape down and through, and all of those seeds come out in one. Now, as I say, you can plant those, You can toast the seeds, eat them, use them to sprinkle on top of a salad in the summer. They can be used, so we're not going to get rid of those. But what we're going to do then, with our butternut squash, we're just going to cut it probably into chunks. It's the easiest way. But otherwise, if you want to keep it, and I'll try and show you, with a circle in the middle, if you were then to roast that off, just like that, any other vegetables that you've got, or any dish that you're eating that evening, you can fill into the middle bit, just gives it a little bit more of a fancier look, all right? But if not, we'll just go through. And then with our crescent shape, we just cut round the crescent shape to give us more chunks that we can roast off to go with our dinner or our lunch or whenever else we're going to eat. And that is the simplicity. You can leave them as big wedges if you want to. The simplicity of squash and the simplicity of pumpkin is unbelievable. It gives you so many different options, so easy to do. And if you want it even easier, the supermarkets, once again, save us time. You go to the freezer section and you buy your chunked up butternut squash, take it straight out of there, onto a baking tray, roast it up, put it in a stew, make soup out of it. It's the choices with squash is endless. So hopefully that's given you just that little bit of insight into what you could do with squash, with pumpkin. The choices are endless. Whether you roast it, whether you curry it, whether you fry it, whether you boil it, it's endless. But remember, give it a good wash. You don't need to peel it. And if you need to, the supermarkets have done the work for you. It's been great with you today. Can't wait to see you again soon. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.